Hey guys, and welcome to ProCraft. Today, we're attempting a different kind of challenge. The challenge is, can you beat Pokemon Fire Red with a new team every gym and no items in battle? Now this challenge was inspired from Zwigo, who did this with Heart Gold, but I want to do it with Fire Red. So basically this challenge is that if I use a team, let's say Bulbasaur for the first gym, Brock, I cannot use Bulbasaur for the rest of the run. But I can use all the different Pokemon that are available except legendaries. I'm not going to include legendaries. Anyway, the rules. The rules are basically really simple. First one, no items in battle. Second one, no repeats of Pokemon. For example, if I had a Kadabra, I cannot use a Kadabra again. 3. HM Slaves repeat is allowed. For example, if I had Farfetch'd using Cut for the third gym, I can use it for the rest of the run, but only for HMs. Anyways, let us begin this absolutely dangerous run. We start off by naming ourselves Pratt, and due to the art of naming rivals, we name our rival Ash. We try to go to the grass, but Professor Oak catches us, takes us with him, and to his lab where he experiments with Pokemon. We go and take Bulbasaur because Bulbasaur is going to be easy to beat Brock, and we do not need any other Pokemon to beat Brock if we have Bulbasaur. First battle goes really bad. I lose to Charmander because Charmander is much better than Bulbasaur. Let's just be honest here. He used tackles, but it went for a growl at the beginning, so we go down. But it's okay because we can continue. Second rival battle, I have Bulbasaur at level 10. We lead seed the Pidgey. Then we go for Vine Whips and Tackles to weaken it down. It goes for Sand Attack, but we got the Lead Seed, so we're getting the HP back. Charmander is next, and it doesn't have a Fire type move, so we go for another Lead Seed, and we just go for Tackle. We miss, but Lead Seed makes up for it. We go for a couple of Growls to weaken his Scratch, and we beat him using the old method of Pokemon, which is basically power hack. Simple. Let's get it. Okay. Now it's time for Brock, and Bulbasaur is at level 13, and so it has Vine Whip, and so unfortunately Brock, your rock type Pokemon are weak. You just go for Vine Whip, take Geodude out, we go for Vine Whip, take Onix out, and we win. But we have to say goodbye to Bulbasaur. We catch a Pikachu for Misty, and I realize that Pikachu isn't enough, so I also catch a Pidgey. I also buy a Magikarp, but we store it in the box for later use. Also catch a Nidoran, store it in the box for later use. And then I take the Helix Fossil because copying MDB is good for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, rival last time. We go for Thunder Shock on Pidgeotto, and we go to Yellow Hell before taking it out. Pikachu is weak. We go for a Slam instead of Quick Attack because Slam is stronger, but Quick Attack is faster. Who cares? We're not gonna use it. We just go for Slam on Rattata, and we go down here due to Quick Attacks. We send out Pidgeotto, go for Quick Attack, take Rattata out, go for Quick Attack on Charmander. 4 Quick Attacks are enough, but we go to Red Hell. Luckily, his last Pokemon is an Abra, and it doesn't attack, so we just take it out with a couple of Quick Attacks. We do not learn Whirlwind, and we move on. Also, we catch an Oddish because Pikachu isn't enough for beating Misty, nor is Pidgeotto. Now it's time for Misty. Use our Pikachu to go for a Thunder Shock on Staryu, doing a good amount of damage. We also go for one more, taking to another Red Hell, and we take it out with another one. Starmie is next. I paralyze it and go down to a Water Pulse, but I use Thunder Shock before I go down. Bloom is next, and I'm just weaken it down with Absorb. This part is easy. It gets tough for Crustle. Now it's time to say goodbye to our team, and we drop off Pikachu and Gloom and Pidgeotto to the box. But we have Nidoran and Zubat for this gym, Lieutenant Surge. We take down the Machop with our newly evolved Nidoking, and Nidoking is just a boss. Simple as that. We get TM28 Dig, teaches Nidoking, and Rival Time. Go for double kick on Pidgeotto. 2 take it out, 2 double kicks. Kadabra is next. I stay in, go for a Thrash. It goes for Disable. Thrash takes Kadabra down. Raticate also goes into Thrash. Charmeleon is next, and we are obviously confused, so I switch into Golbat. We confuse it with Supersonic, and we go for Wing Attack. A couple of them are enough to take the Charmeleon down. Next, I get Shading after trading Spearow. Shading is really strong, and we use it later on. Okay, now time for Lieutenant Surge. We start off with our beautiful little Nidoking, and this gym is easy. Just digs and digs and digs. We destroy the whole battlefield. We have to pay a lot of money for it, but we still win. So we're the champions. Even Raichu goes for double team, but it still goes down to dig. I mean, Nidoking is just a boss. We store Nidoking in the box and Golbat in the box and have Shading on our team. We catch ourselves a Diglett, and I realize that Shading at level 31 is not going to listen to us. So we catch a Drowsy and train it into Hypno, and we take the Rocket Grunt in the Celadon City game corner down. Then it's time for Giovanni. And Giovanni's Onix is just simple. No special defense. Goes down to 1 Psychic. Kangaskhan is next. It has a high special defense, so it takes 3 Psychics to go down. Next up is Rhyhorn. Again, 0 special defense, and it goes down to 1 Psychic. Next up is Erika, and Hypno is just the boss here. We just go for Psychic on everyone, and it goes down. Everyone goes down in 1 hit. Including Wildcloak, which was kinda odd. Because he's a strong Pokemon. He's Icon. That he was. Okay, anyways. We defeat Erika and we drop our team in the box. We just take our Eevee out of the box because we're going to evolve it into a Vaporeon. Also, we catch a Ghastly and a Meowth. I tried to catch the Marowak in the Lavender Town Tower, but obviously we cannot catch it, and I forgot. Anyway, let's fight the rifle. I shut up with Vaporeon, go for Water Pulse on Pidgeotto, and another one takes it out. Next up is Execute, the most annoying Pokemon of all time. It takes us to sleep, goes for Confusion, confuses us, lead seeds us, and does all the speed hacks, all the trick that one can do in a Pokemon game. I switch into Persian, and it predicts it and makes me go to sleep. I wake up, go for Feint Attack for the knockout. Fucking Execute. We then go for a Feint Attack on Kadabra for the knockout. Gyarados is next. I stay in, go for Feint Attack doing very less damage. He goes for Trash. I go for another Feint Attack. And one more takes it to red health. I switch into Vaporeon, go for a quick attack, and take it out. Charmeleon is next. I go for a Water Pulse, taking it out in 1 hit. This was close, extremely close. I catch myself a Ghastly, and we take out the rival in the Silph Koa. This is tough. We just cannot beat the rival at this level. We are under-leveled than even the first Pokemon in his team, and we take out the Pidgeot though, but we are in red health, and my whole team is super under-leveled at the moment. And we are just not capable enough to beat our rival at the moment. Hunter goes down, Vaporeon goes down. This is just annoying. I mean, we lose because we are under leveled. I have to grind up. Alakazam is such a beast, but he still goes for Future Sight, so it doesn't do literal damage, even though my Persian goes down to the Future Sight only. Are you kidding me? God damn it. But then we actually grind up and we come back later on, but we still lose. So I'm just gonna roll all the clip, but this video is extremely short anyways. I just want to show you guys my defeats also. Other than this, I beat all the gym leaders in 1 run. So I come back to the rifle at level 40, and we are still not high level enough. I beat all the trainers in this gym, in the whole game, in the gyms, in the Elite Four in 1 try, even the rivals except this battle in 1 try. Only this battle took me 5 tries, and this is the 4th one, the one we shall lose, the last one we shall lose, and the next one we actually win. And we go for Scratch. Gyarados is next. I stay in, go for Screech, we miss. I again go for a Screech, again a Screech, we get with a bite. After so many Screeches, Scratch does absolutely nothing. Switch into Haunter, go for Destiny Bond and take Gyarados down. This is my best technique, Destiny Bond. And 1-on-1 with Charizard, but Charizard is a beast, and we go down to Wing Attack, and we miss 2 times to that. 5th try, the try in which we win. I start out with Vaporeon, go for Aurora Beam, and go for Wing Attack, and I defeat it with 1 more. Execute is next. I just switch into my Hunter, and I go for Shadow Ball for 1 to take it to red health, and then another one, but we with the confusion, and we go down. We go down, literally. My Haunter goes down to execute. Another faint attack is enough. Okay, now Alakazam is next. I go for Screech, and then I go for another one, but I hit the Future Sight, and then I just go for Future Sight. Gyarados is next. I stay in, and I go for a feint attack, doing a lot of damage. Another one takes it to, again, do 1/3 of his health, and then we use one more before going down to Twister. I switch into Vaporeon now, and I go for an Aurora Beam for the knockout. Charizard is last, and I go for a Water Pulse, taking it to yellow health, and we go for another one for the knockout. Finally, we win at level 45. Next up is Giovanni. This was simple. We just go for Water Pulse for knockout on Nidorino. A couple of them take it out. Nidoqueen is next. I stay in, and I go for a Water Pulse. Confuse it. Another one takes it out. Kangaskhan is next. I switch into Persian. I go for a Screech. It misses. I go for another Screech, and then I go for another one, and then I start going for Spirit Size, but we miss. Another one takes it to half of his health, but we go down. Now I switch into Haunter. Now Haunter and Kangaskhan cannot touch each other. Now I didn't know this because I wanted to go for Destiny Bond. I thought Kangaskhan had a Dark type move, but it didn't have, and so it just went for Tail Whip, and I just stayed in, and I just go for Destiny Bond, but it didn't work. So I switch into Vaporeon, and I go for Water Pulse, confusing it, and then it goes for Rage, and another one takes it out. Rhyhorn is next. I stay in, and Water Pulse is enough for the knockout. Next up is Sabrina, and this is the reason why I brought in Persian. I start off with Vaporeon, go for a Bite or Kadabra to take it out in one hit. Mr. Mime is next. I go for a Bite and goes to yellow health and goes down again with one hit. Another hit. Acid Armor, we don't have space for that. Venomoth is next. I stay in, and I go for a Water Pulse to take it to yellow health, and another one is enough. Alakazam is next. I stay in, go for a Bite, doing a lot of damage, and we take it out. I didn't need Persian, other than the level finals. Okay, Sabrina was easy. We drop in my team, and we buy an Abra because I don't want to catch one in the whole grass thing. And we also wait the Snorlax up and catch the Snorlax. And we also actually get a Cubone, I forgot, for the next gym, for Koga. But Snorlax, we catch it for, the Elite Four. We keep it in the box for Elite Four. Also, we keep Lapras in the box for Elite Four. Okay, time for Koga. I start off with a Kadabra, and I just go for Psychic. Psychic is enough for everyone. Mach goes on to Psychic. Second Coughing goes on to Psychic, and VZ also goes down to Psychic. We didn't even have to use Marowak. Now it's time for Blaine, and you guys remember that I had a Gyarados, I had a Magikarp, and I used the Magikarp in the Blaine battle. I grind it up to level 45, I remember. Yeah, 45. And then I go for Surf. Surf on the Growlithe, one hit. Ponyta, I just go for a Rain Dance, because then I can just kill everything with Surf. And Surf on the Ponyta for one hit. Rapidash against Surf for one hit. Arcanine, Surf, not one hit, because Arcanine is a beast. It goes to yellow, red health, and I go for another one for the knockout. Two more, sorry. Actually, go for a Hyper Potion. 2 Hyper Potion. I go for 2 Surf for the knockout. Time for Giovanni, and I grind up Lord Helix, and I also got a Tentacruel, so I got a Lord Helix and a Tentacruel. I start out with Lord Helix and go for Surf on the Rhyhorn, and then another one comes on. I just go for a Surf. Dugtrio is next. I just go for a Surf, but we get hit with an Earthquake doing a lot of damage. Lord Helix is still alive. We go for a Surf on Nidoqueen, taking it out. Next up is Nidoking. Now this guy goes for Earthquake and we go down. And this is the only reason why I trained up Tentacruel for taking the last Pokemon down. Because I knew that Nidoking was stronger than faster than Lord Helix. Then we take the quick from Lord Helix and store it, and we withdraw our Lapras and our Snorlax, who are going to be in our Elite Four team. We need to make a bigger team now. I go and buy myself a Dratini so that I can get a Dragonite. I also get myself a Growlithe, and also an Electabuzz, which I use the Master Ball on. And then I also do the trade for the Mr. Mime, Mimian. So our team is simple. Lapras. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Mimian at level 60 with Psybeam, Psychic Effect, and Magical Leaf. Arcanine Exchange, we take down Flamethrower, Fire Blast. Electabuzz, Thunderbolt, Thundurl, Ice Screen, and Swift. Dragonite, Fly, Strength, Earthquake, and Surf. Snorlax, Hyper Beam, Body Slam, Psychic, and Blizzard. Lapras, Surf, Okay, I forgot the move. Okay, bash time. Final rival battle. Second final rival battle time. And I start off with Lapras. One Ice Beam is enough. Rhyhorn comes out. I just go for Surf for the knockout. Okay, here we actually take down Execute with the help of Arcanine. I could have gone for Ice Beam, but I know how annoying this is, so I just go for Flamethrower and we take it out. Gyarados is next. I switch into my Electabuzz. And sorry for the footage stop there. Okay, Thunderbolt is enough for Gyarados. Alakazam is next, and I switch into my trusty Dragonite. Now Dragonite goes for Strength for the knockout. Charizard is next. I switch into Lapras and I go for a Surf, but it goes for a Flamethrower doing a lot of damage. Just kidding. The second one does a lot of damage actually. And we take Charizard down. Time for Elite Four. First one is Lorelei, and I start off with Arcanine. No, sorry, Electabuzz, not Arcanine. And here I take down Dewgong to yellow health with Thunderbolt, and the second one I again take it to yellow red health. I take this one, I switch into Lapras next because I want to set up a Rain Dance for Thunder. Then I go for Rain Dance. It goes for Surf doing a bit of damage. I switch into Electabuzz again. Now I can go for Thunder and I just destroy everything with Thunder because in Rain Dance, Thunder doesn't miss if you don't know what I was doing. And Thunder was again enough for Cloyster. Slowbro was next, and again Thunder is enough. Rainstorm, but we still go for Thunder and it is take the Lapras red health, and Thunderbolt takes it again to, let's say, yellow health, and another one takes it out. Last up is Jinx, and here I do a bit of a mishap. I switch into Arcanine and I go for a Flamethrower, taking it to red health. It goes for Lovely Kiss. I go to sleep. I switch into Dragonite by mistake. I thought I don't know, was going to go for Ice Punch, and one Ice Punch was enough to take Dragonite down. So I actually made a little mistake there. Then I go for Magical Leaf on the Jinx to take it out. Anyways, time for the easiest one, Bruno. I start out with Lapras, go for Surf to take Onyx out. Hitmonchan is next. I stay in. I switch into Dragonite because it's a flying type, and I go for Fly. We take Hitmonchan out with one. Machamp is next. I switch here into Mimian because Mimian is Psychic type. I go for a Psybeam doing a lot of damage. It goes for Scary Face. I go for another one and take it out. I keep the Psychic for Agatha. Hitmonlee is next, and I go for one of the Psybeam, and then we're at red health, so I switch into Dragonite. It goes for full restore, and I go for a Fly. We miss our first one and get hit with a Mega Kick, and the second one we hit and take it out. Last up is the last Onyx, and I switch back into Lapras, and one Surf is enough. Next up is Agatha though, who's kind of strong and annoying at the same time, but she wasn't a lot of challenge to us. I started off with Snorlax, who had got Psychic. It only had Double Team that he could use because he didn't have anything for the normal type. He went for Confuse Ray, which she also could use. So, but another Psychic was enough. Sorry, the news pops in right here. Okay, I switch into Electabuzz next for the Golbat, and I go for Thunderbolt, taking it out. Arbok is next, and I switch into Mimian. I go for a Sidekick. It goes down in one hit. Gengar is next, and I stay in and go for a Sidekick for one hit KO. Haunter is next, and I stay in and go for Sidekick. And it's a one hit KO. So Agatha is down, time for Lance, the Dragon Master. Blah blah blah. Anyways, we fight Lance, and we start off with my Lapras. I enable with sort of Gyarados. I go for a Rain Dance. This is a mishap because he also had water type moves, but he was a stupid fella, and he goes for Dragon Rage instead of going for Surf, and we take Gyarados out. Generation 3 AI. What can I say? Next up is Dragonair, and I switch into our Lapras for Ice Beam. One Ice Beam is enough for Dragonair. Aerodactyl is next. I stay in because we are also a water type, and we go for a Surf in the rain to take Aerodactyl down. But we get hit with an Ancient Power because it's faster. Dragonite is next. I stay in and go for Ice Beam. And Dragonite is lost, and we go for Ice Beam, but we cannot because it goes for Hyper Beam before we could do anything. And I switch into my Snorlax. We go for a Blizzard. It hits her with a wing attack. We go for a Body Slam. We go for a full restore. Another Body Slam takes it to half health, but we go down. I switch into my Dragonite and we go for Fly. He goes for Safeguard, but Fly does a lot of damage. He goes for Outrage, another Outrage misses, and we take Dragonite down and we win. This challenge was fun because we could use a lot of Pokemon that I never used before. For example, Lapras, Persian. I never used them before. Anyways, final fight. Pidgeot, which is Electabuzz. Electabuzz goes for Thunderbolt, and then a Thunder, it goes for Sand Attack, and a second Thunder hits, and we take it out. Rhydon is next, and I switch into Lapras, who's, let's say, our MVP, and we go for a Surf for the knockout. I never actually used Lapras. It is so good. I mean, I never used it before, but it's so great. I'm going to use it later on. We go for Fire Blast on Executor for the knockout. Gyarados is next, and I switch back into Electabuzz. We go for a Thunderbolt and we take Gyarados out. Next up is Alakazam. I switch into Snorlax. It's kind of tricky because Alakazam is strong. I go for a Hyper Beam. It goes for a Reflect, survives, and I go for Body Slam after we get back after recharging. It's like it was a lot of damage, but 2 Body Slams is enough for the Alakazam. I switch into Lapras for Charizard. And Surf does a lot of damage, but Fire Blast does a little more, and Reflect blows, but it goes for another Fire Blast, takes it to 5 health, but we take Charizard out, and we win. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This challenge was really good because I got to use so many Pokemon that I never used before. For example, Lapras, Mr. Mime. I never used them before, but they're so good, and I'm gonna definitely use them later on in my other game. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, then subscribe, like, and click the bell icon slowly so that you don't break it, and I'll see you guys with another challenge. Until then, obviously, no mercy, bitches. Goodbye.